Have you ever considered the lasting impact your work might have even after you've moved on? What an intriguing thought, isn't it? We often see work as a means to an end, a way to earn our daily bread and butter. But there's a bigger picture here. Work isn't just about survival, it's about shaping the world around us, leaving a legacy that outlives our fleeting stint at a particular job. Every task we undertake, every project we pour our hearts into, has the potential to create ripples that extend far beyond our immediate horizons. Whether we're making coffee, designing skyscrapers, or writing software, we're all contributing to a larger narrative. Our work, when done with dedication and passion, can influence and inspire long after we've moved on. But don't just take my word for it. Now let's delve into some real-life examples of people whose work continues to impact the world. Scene script. Think about a teacher you had in school who changed your life. Let's dive into our first case study. A tale of a teacher whose impact echoes far beyond the confines of his classroom. We'll call him Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson served as an English teacher in a small-town high school for over 30 years. He was known for his passion for literature, his infectious enthusiasm, and his unique ability to make every single student feel seen and heard. Despite retiring over a decade ago, Mr. Johnson's influence hasn't waned. His lessons continue to resonate in the lives of his former students. Take, for example, Sarah, a successful novelist who credits Mr. Johnson for sparking her love for storytelling. Or consider Tom, a prominent lawyer who uses the critical thinking skills he honed in Mr. Johnson's class every day in the courtroom. But it wasn't just academic skills that Mr. Johnson imparted. He was a firm believer in the power of empathy, kindness, and respect. He made it a point to instill these values in his students, teaching them that character is just as important, if not more so, than the grades on their report cards. Many of his students, now adults, often reflect on these lessons. They find themselves applying these principles in their personal and professional lives, influencing their decisions, relationships, and interactions with the world around them. And in turn, they pass on these values to their children, colleagues, and friends, spreading the ripple of Mr. Johnson's influence even further. Even though Mr. Johnson's time in the classroom was temporary, his work continues to live on. His lessons, both academic and personal, have become an integral part of his students' identities, shaping their paths and influencing their futures. This is a powerful testament to the enduring impact of a job well done. It shows that even when our roles are temporary, the work we do, the values we uphold, and the lives we touch can have a lasting effect, far beyond our immediate sphere of influence. His time in the classroom was temporary, yet his impact is lasting. Consider the scientist whose discoveries save lives. Let's delve into the world of a remarkable woman, a scientist named Dr. Amelia Hartley. Dr. Hartley dedicated many years of her life to research in the field of medical science. Her primary focus was on a disease that had claimed countless lives worldwide. She had a personal connection to this cause. Her mother had succumbed to this illness, which fueled her passion and determination. Dr. Hartley was like a detective, sifting through clues, testing hypotheses, and laboring endlessly in her laboratory. She was driven not by the clock or the calendar, but by the pursuit of knowledge and the hope of discovery. Her journey was filled with challenges, dead ends, and moments of frustration. Yet, she persevered, motivated by the potential to make a real difference in the world. After years of tireless effort, Dr. Hartley's dedication bore fruit. She and her team made a groundbreaking discovery, a new form of treatment that could dramatically improve the survival rates of patients suffering from this disease. Her discovery was hailed as a significant breakthrough in the medical world, and her research paper was published in top-tier scientific journals. But Dr. Hartley didn't stop there. She moved on to other projects, other diseases to conquer, other lives to save. Her time on that particular project was finite, but the impact of her work was, and continues to be, infinite. Today, thanks to Dr. Hartley's discovery, thousands of lives have been saved. Patients have been given a second chance at life. Families have been spared the pain of loss. The ripples of her work continue to spread, touching lives in ways she may never fully know. So, you see, even though Dr. Hartley's time on that project was temporary, her work continues to resonate. Her research has become part of the scientific canon, a testament to her hard work, her dedication, and her profound impact on humanity. Her time on that project was limited, but her work continues to resonate. Ponder on the entrepreneur who built a company that continues to thrive. Let's journey back to the humble beginnings of a young, ambitious soul who dared to dream big. Picture a man, fueled by passion, and armed with an idea that he believed could change the world. He was not born with a silver spoon in his mouth, nor was he surrounded by resources. But what he had was a relentless spirit and an unwavering belief in his vision. This man was an entrepreneur. He started with nothing more than a dream, and a burning desire to bring that dream to life. He faced countless sleepless nights, financial hardships, and endless rejections, but he didn't let these challenges deter him. Instead, they fueled his determination to succeed. He founded a company, a small startup at first, but he had a vision for this company, a vision that it could one day become a beacon of innovation, providing jobs and contributing to the economy. He poured his heart and soul into his venture, working tirelessly to ensure its growth. Years passed and his company flourished. It started making a difference in people's lives, providing jobs and contributing to economic growth. His dream was no longer just a dream but a reality that was touching lives and making a difference. Eventually, the time came for him to step down from his leadership role. But the company he built didn't just disappear. It continued to grow, to thrive. His vision and hard work had created a legacy that lived on, even after he was no longer at the helm. This man's story is a testament to the power of entrepreneurship, to the impact one person can have when they dare to dream and work tirelessly to make that dream a reality. It's a reminder that even though our time in a role may be temporary, the impact we have and the legacy we leave can last forever. His time leading the company was transient, but his work endures. So, what can we learn from these examples? Our journey through the lives of the teacher, the scientist, and the entrepreneur has provided us with a treasure trove of insights, but a few themes stand out prominently. Each of these individuals, in their own unique way, demonstrated dedication, perseverance, and a focus on making a positive impact. In the realm of work, dedication is akin to the compass guiding a ship. It's about commitment, about being all in, about giving your best to the task at hand. The teacher, the scientist, the entrepreneur, they all showed us that dedication is a key ingredient in the recipe for success. They poured their heart and soul into their work, not because they had to, but because they wanted to. Their dedication was the fuel that kept the engine of their efforts running, even in the face of challenges. Perseverance, on the other hand, is the grit that keeps us going when the going gets tough. It's the ability to persist in the face of adversity, to keep moving forward when the odds are stacked against us. Our case studies were shining examples of this tenacity. They faced obstacles, they encountered setbacks, but they never let these hurdles deter them from their path. They kept pushing, kept striving, and in the end their perseverance paid off. Lastly, a focus on making a positive impact. This is the thread that weaves all their stories together. Each of these individuals sought to make a difference, to leave a mark, to create something that would outlast their time on the job. Whether it was enlightening young minds, advancing scientific knowledge, or creating value through entrepreneurship, their work has left a lasting imprint. The beauty of these lessons is that they are not confined to the specific professions we discussed. Regardless of the job, these principles apply. They are universal. They are timeless. They are the markers of work that stands the test of time. Though their time on each job was temporary, their work has had a lasting impact. So, what about you? What lasting impact will your work have? It's time to reflect on your own journey. Think about the ripple effects of your actions, your decisions, your innovations in your current job, or perhaps in the jobs you've held before. Each of these ripples may seem small at first, but they can grow into waves that reach far beyond your initial splash. You might not always see the end result of your work, and that's okay. The important part is knowing that every effort you put forth, every problem you solve, every idea you bring to life contributes to something larger. It forms a part of a grand tapestry that continues to unfold long after you've moved on. In every job, there's an opportunity to leave a lasting mark, to make a difference, to change the course of things in big ways and small. Remember, even though our time on the job is temporary, if we do a good enough job, our work there can and will last forever.